I'm Dan Waisner, and I have 4 downs to recap Week 8 of the high school football season. First down, Battle of the Boats. The Fulton Steamers kept their playoff hopes alive with a 37-13 win over the Amboy Clippers on Friday night. The Steamers have won 4 in a row, and they need to win on Friday night against BV in order to become playoff eligible. It was the first time Fulton had beat Amboy since 2001. The Steamers seem to be healthy, and they seem to be peaking at the right time, and they're looking for their first playoff berth since 2007. If they can make it, they could be a tough team in 1A. Second down. Welcome back. We had a couple players make returns to the field after a few weeks off because of injury problems. First was Ashton Rutherford, who missed 3 weeks because of an ankle injury for the Oregon Hawks, and he helped the Hawks to a win over Mendota on Friday night with 65 rushing yards and 9 carries. He also had a 27-yard touchdown run. Milledgeville's Cameron Dautine had been gone since week 2 of the season with a leg injury. He made his return for the Missiles in a 52-21 loss to East Dubuque on Friday night. He had a rushing touchdown and a throwing touchdown, and it's nice to see that this senior will be able to finish his season on the field instead of on the sideline. Third down, fully loaded. While Nick Williams has got a lot of attention for obvious reasons this season, he's rushed for over 1,500 yards, has nearly 20 touchdowns. Friday night, the Panthers showed that there's more to that than just a one-man show. The Panthers turned to Chris Bauer against Morrison on Friday. He carried the ball only 6 times, but on 4 of those runs, he scored touchdowns. He added a 24-yard TD reception to the fold as the Panthers won 47-6 and guaranteed a playoff spot with their 6th win. Fourth down, last dance. The Sterling Golden Warriors played Dixon in the last matchup between those two schools for the foreseeable future. Sterling won 48-21 in a game that was pretty close the whole way through. The win kept the Warriors' slim playoff hopes alive, and even in the loss, Dixon continued to showcase some of the players you're going to see really highlight the area next year, in the likes of J.D. Geeson, Cody Mile, and Quentin Douglas. Sterling and Dixon had played every year since 1899. The schools met 122 times, with Sterling winning 73 of those. Dixon won 35, and there were 14 ties. They used to play twice a year in the early goings, once during the regular season and once on Thanksgiving. Hopefully the series will be able to pick up again in the future, but that in part will depend on how the Big Northern schedules its crossover games. There'll be 8 teams on each side of the Big Northern, meaning you'll have 7 conference games. If you have 2 crossover games, then there won't be any room for a non-conference game against Sterling. So that'll be, we'll just see how that scheduling goes. Hopefully the 2 teams can meet up again sometime in the near future.